still got this whole Israel thing on my mind, so I'd like to do Chenrezig if you're all happy to do that. Money Pamion can do a bit of that chanting. And just imagine you're sending it out to all those people over there on all sides and the families. And I saw a heartbreaking interview with a man whose 8-year-old daughter was abducted and killed. And it was just like, it just tore me apart. He was British. But anyway, I just like, these poor people. And we're so lucky, in our own environment. We don't have any of this to have to worry about. Anyway, so let's just do that. And, because I think too, when you see all this kind of conflict, it's almost like you feel a bit hopeless, but at least this is something we can do. And here we are, we have our Chenrezig. There's another message. Okay. All right. So let's just settle into our meditation, some form. So some of you I know are sitting cross-legged. So you don't have to worry about what I'm about to say. But for those of you who are sitting on your chairs with your feet down, have the feet about hips width apart. Really try and feel your feet on the floor. And perhaps for those of you who are sitting cross-legged, just for a moment, just grab your feet and maybe just squeeze the soles of the feet. So really try and just connect. Allow the weight, for those of you sitting, allow the weight of the knees to fall into the ankles and be sitting on top of your sits bones, everybody. Shoulders are aligned with the hips. And the top of the head is reaching for the ceiling, the crown. And imagine your spine is a string of pearls of light stretching from the base all the way up through the crown of the head, beyond. And lengthen the neck. Allow the ears to come in line with the shoulders. And relax the scalp and the crown of the head, the forehead, the eyes, the nose, the cheeks, the mouth. Just release the back of the head, the temples, the jaw, the back of the tongue, back of the neck. Allow the shoulders and shoulder blades to drop down. Relax the throat and the chest. Just let your chest open, your heart open. And relax the belly and then just the limbs. Make sure there's no tension in your hands or your feet. Maybe just squeeze your hands into fists and just let them go. And if you wish, you can put your hands in the meditation mudra, right hand nestled in the left with the thumbs touching, but you don't have to. It's wherever they feel most comfortable. And take a nice deep breath, just noticing the sensation of the air as you're inhaling and exhaling. And just notice any sounds in your environment, just allow them to be there, trying not to follow with the mind. And then notice the thoughts that are arising in the mind. My experience with myself is at this time of day, the mind is a little quieter. Maybe not so much. Not so many thoughts running around a million miles an hour. Excuse me. But whatever's arising, just just allow it to be there and notice what's there without criticism. And then bring to mind the people of your life, your loved ones. And then those that you're not so fond of, the ones you don't like, and then your strangers. And imagine that they all can change place at any time. That may have been a reality for some people, for all of us here. And then remembering they're all equal and they wish to be happy, wish to be free from suffering and having this really extraordinary capacity for Buddhahood. So I think we'll do this meditation this morning for all these people of our life. Think of all sentient beings. We will in a minute in the meditation anyway. Particularly think of all those people over there in Israel, that part of the world. Such enormous suffering. And the suffering of the minds of the people who are sort of, in a way, acting a little bit like gang members. That's enormous suffering too for them. It's kind of a disaster all the way around. So we'll do this meditation for all. So now imagine the space is filled with all these beings sitting around and extending beyond the horizon. And think of as many as you can comfortably. So just place your parents and your other family members next to you, your friends, your best friends behind you, and people you don't get along with are in front of you, and the others are all around. And contemplate the suffering of all these people and these beings, and think first of the suffering of your parents and the people that you're close to. So you know when we we have a friend who's sick or someone who's going through a particular problem, we really feel for them. So really open your heart to the physical and psychological problems that your loved ones might be experiencing. And you know, it's very easy, you know they want to be happy. They want to be free of their suffering. And how wonderful it would be if they were free and could enjoy the peace and bliss of enlightenment. And then think of the people that you don't like, the ones that have hurt you, the ones that you think are wrong. And imagine their physical pain and their discomfort and their feelings of loneliness and insecurity, fear, dissatisfaction. And they don't want problems either. But due to their, their ignorant mind, they can't find peace. So open your heart to these people for whom you normally feel irritation or anger, maybe even fear. And then expand your mind, your awareness, to take in the troubles and pain of other human beings and of animals and insects and birds. Whoever has an uncontrolled mind necessarily is going to have suffering. And it doesn't have to necessarily be all those, all the people in the conflict that we're reading about now. You know, I never even heard of the Hamas until about 2 or 3 days ago. I didn't even know. I was like, oh, what? Everyone's going crazy over this tiny piece of land. I think about also we're hardly hearing about anyone in Afghanistan. There was an earthquake there about a week ago. And there's all different kinds of suffering all over the world. So just try and take it all in. Whoever has an uncontrolled mind is going to be suffering. But try not to get too overwhelmed because things change. Our minds have neuroplasticity. Mental experiences are impermanent and they can change. Our delusions are the cause of unhappiness. Our ignorance of the reality of the way things truly are is the cause of our unhappiness. Our expectations, unrealistic expectations, our making things up in our mind are the cause of our unhappiness. So we just got to work on our own minds, deal with the rubbish that's in there. That means our misconceptions, our negative energy, and gradually developing a correct understanding of the way things really exist. It takes a little bit of work because it just feels counterintuitive. But we just feel a strong aspiration to do this for ourselves so that we can help others be free from suffering. So just imagine above the crown of your head and facing the same way as you is Chenrezig. It's a manifestation of pure, unobstructed compassion, love, and wisdom. And his body is made of white light, transparent and radiant. So really try and feel this living presence of Chenrezig above the crown of your head. So there's a lot of detail in this statue. It's just to kind of give you an idea. This is a 1,000-arm Chenrezig that's there, but we're just going to visualize 4-arm, something a little bit simpler. And if that's all too much for the mind, just imagine this ball of white light, and it's just represent the compassion and wisdom in all the universe. So Chenrezig's face is peaceful and smiling, and he radiates love to you and all the beings in your life. He has 4 arms. The first 2 hands are held together at his heart and hold a jewel that fulfills all of his wishes. The second 2 are raised to the level of his shoulders. The right is holding a crystal rosary and the left a white lotus. He's sitting on a white moon disk upon an open lotus, and his legs are crossed in the full lotus posture, so that each foot over the opposite thigh. He's wearing exquisite silks and precious jewels. So let's just hold our visualization there until it's stable. And just open your heart to Chenrezig's serene and loving energy. You'll also imagine this is the mind of your teacher manifesting in this form for your benefit. Now make a prayer from your heart to overcome your own misconceptions and negative energy. So negative energy, hate and anger, it will kind of very sharp, sort of heavy energy. We don't need that inside ourselves. So you want to instead develop pure love and compassion for all beings. It's much lighter. And really feel that you're connecting to your own true nature, your highest potential when you think about this. And in response to your request, Chenrezig very lovingly sends streams of white light filling every cell and atom of your body. And it purifies all your negativities, all your problems, all your past harmful actions, and your potential to give harm in the future. So just imagine this as we recite the mantra. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Om Mani Padme Hum. Now this time imagine Chenrezig sends very lovingly, sends light, fills you with his limitless love and compassion. And your body feels light and blissful, and your mind peaceful and clear as we recite the mantra again. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 And while you're in meditation, if you wish, you can continue to recite the mantra under your breath, continuing the visualization. Now imagine light from Chenrezig's heart radiates to every living being and purifies their negative energy and fills them with bliss as we recite the mantra again. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Now imagine Chenrezig dissolves into white light. This flows down through the crown of your head and reaches your heart chakra. Just imagine your mind merging indistinguishably with Chenrezig's mind and with the mind of your teacher. And imagine experiencing complete tranquility, complete bliss. and your heart and your mind is settled, content, peaceful. So when this usual I starts to arise, that is needing to rush off and have breakfast, go to work, call someone, attend to an email, busy, gotta do. Remember, this is not who you really are. And bring your mind back to this, the state of mind of peaceful wisdom of Chenrezig. Everyone, just relax. Let's just dedicate all the positive energy we've created this morning to the benefit of all those people of our life and to all those people over there in this part of the world where there is so much conflict. And for our dear Hin, for those of you who know her, who's moving now into hospice. So lots of love, everybody. Thank you so much for hosting, Mary, and I'll see some of you this evening.